I am going to do a presentation on the need to have a will and to have a power of attorney. And here are my audience members. Okay. Imagine something happening to you and your loved ones not knowing what you want to have done. Have you ever wondered what would happen to all your belongings and to your health if your family does not know what you want? Say you end up in the hospital and are unable to voice what you want done. This is where a will and a power of attorney would come in. Okay, there are different types of wills: an attested will, a conditional will, a holographic will, a joint will, a living will, a mirror will, a mutual will, a pour-over will, a testimony will, and a video will. An attested will is a witness will, and it is the most common type of a will. A conditional will is only a will if conditions are met. Say you don't die of cancer, then the conditions of your will are not met. A will that is not witnessed and is handwritten has to be signed, dated, and written in the person's handwriting. This type of will is not recognized in half of the United States. A reciprocal will is a will where you leave everything to each other on separate documents. A joint will is a one document made by a couple. A mutual will is a will made by two people. If one dies before the other, they are bound to the agreement and cannot make changes to the will. A living will is not a true will. A living will is usually executed with the owner when the owner is terminally ill. It tells a doctor or hospital what you wish to have done and if you want life support or not. An oral will is a spoken will usually made before witnesses, which is not usually accepted in the United States. Not many states accept an oral will. A pour-over will is a will that is used alongside of a living trust. Basically, a pour-over will pours any property that the deceased still owns into a trust, and it only controls the probate assets. A deathbed will is an oral will that has two witnesses and meets specific guidelines. Few states allow this type because of misunderstanding and fraud. They are mainly used under immediate death or if you're at war. A trust that is established under a will but does not come into effect until the death of the person making the will. A video will is where the person making the will videotapes themselves telling where everything should go. It can only be used with a will. It cannot be used by itself. A power of attorney is a written authorization to represent another person's affairs or legal matters. A durable power of attorney makes decisions on behalf of the grantor until the grantor passes. Here are some paperwork for a will and a power of attorney. This is the paperwork you'd fill out for the medical power of attorney. And make sure you do go to your doctor and let them know. The doctor can help you write what you want done and what you don't want done if that time comes. And then this is just a generic last will and testament that shows what you want done and where you want your belongings to go. Do y'all have any questions?
No.
So what kind of will do you recommend someone make?
A living will, and I recommend doing a durable power of attorney. That way you know what your family and your doctor know what you want done if something was to happen to you and you were unable to speak.
Is there a way to get a power of attorney without having the document signed before?
No. Yes? You can go to court and have it done, but it's easier to do it before.
What if you live in one state and all your belongings and everything are in another state? Does that complicate things?
No, I don't think that complicates things.
Okay.
As long as your will states what you want done.
Mm-hmm.
You should always have a lawyer double check all of your paperwork so it is legal, because not every will or trust or durable power of attorney or power of attorney is legal. You have to have the right paperwork.
Do all wills have to be written up by an attorney?
No.
To be backed by true of law?
Now, you can go online and make your living will or whatever and have two people sign it, but
So-
it's better to have an attorney.
So you need 2 witnesses to sign your will,
Yes.
even if the witnesses die before you do?
Yes.
What about if you had a dog, like say a living heir, so to speak?
Yes.
Can you put down who you want to have your living
Yes.
animals? Okay.
Yes, you can. You can put anything in your will wherever you want to go. If you want to say my eyeglasses go to Emma back there, then you put that in the will.
Okay.
And thank you for all your questions.